Hey up guys! So continuing the Cannes Film Festival coverage, today's movie I'm going to be talking about is the feature debut of actor turned writer-director Jesse Eisenberg. Yep, that Jesse Eisenberg, the one from The Social Network and the Zombieland films. His first film that he's made is called When You Finish Saving the World, and it's essentially a modern-day coming-of-age story slash character study about a mother-son relationship played by Julianne Moore and Finn Wolfhard. It's not breaking any new grounds as far as coming-of-age movies go, but if Jesse Eisenberg wants to continue working behind the camera, then I think he does show great promise. I thought Jesse Eisenberg's direction was competent, if a little bit simplistic, but for the most it works. As far as his writing abilities go, I'm not sure how the kids today are speaking, but Eisenberg's screenplay appears to be saturated in the vernacular of Generation Z. There are certain bits of dialogue, particularly from Finn Wolfhard's character Ziggy, where I was like, I've never heard kids talk like this before, but the way they were delivering it, I believed that's how they might, and he was using terms like terror and lift. So yeah, it was terror good. Is terror the new Hella? I don't know. And I think lift is like the new sick. Like it's just another word for good or awesome. That is terror lift. I can't even say it. God, I'm getting old. Maybe it's like a Gretchen Wieners thing from Mean Girls. Lift, it's from England. It's like slang. Gretchen, stop trying to make lift happen. It's not going to happen. Anywho, the point I was trying to make before I wandered off on that tangent is that the dialogue does seem very well versed in Generation Z speak, and it's the sort of generational gap between Finn Wolfhard's character and Julianne Moore which provides a lot of the comedy in this film. And that's the thing about generational gaps, is that the older generations always struggle to understand the younger generations and what they're into. And that's just inherently funny, and it's where a lot of the comedy comes from in this film. That awkwardness between generations. Like there's a scene where Julianne Moore's Evelyn is waiting for a lift and has to make awkward small talk chit chat with this young receptionist at this place where she works. It's a women's shelter, and this whole scene is just deliciously awkward, and she caps off the awkward conversation by saying, "That was a good conversation." I was just like, oh good lord. I'd say the strongest part of this film is the performances. Julianne Moore is as reliable as always as the uptight mum Evelyn, who wants her musician son Ziggy to do more than just sing sugary, angsty songs on the internet about school and homework. She's really baffled by the concept of like live streaming and monetization. So she ends up channeling her maternal encouragement and support onto a sensitive young lad called Kyle, who's staying in the women's shelter that she works at with his mom. And Billy Burke, who plays Kyle, turns in a great performance here as well. I also really dug what Finn Wolfhard brought to his part. Ziggy is your typical Gen Z teen. He's obsessed with validation, which he does get online through his music. But when it comes to engaging in the more mature, worldly, big picture topics that several of his classmates talk about, he doesn't really have anything to add to the conversation. It's funny watching him trying to navigate through like a debate about politics or the environment, and he'll just sort of twist the conversation so the focus goes back around on him and his music. He just has a way of making it all about him. He really struggles to connect with the girl from school that he likes, called Lila, who's played by Alicia Bowe, who's very passionate about politics, the environment, and poetry. But yeah, the teenage struggle of boys trying to win the affections of the girls that they like and failing miserably, it's a tale as old as time in coming-of-age stories, but this is very much from the vantage point of the modern day, with kids being more politically and socially aware. And given that Jesse Eisenberg is in his 30s and is part of Generation Y, I gotta give him credit for not making a period film based on his own experiences about him going through adolescence. As for negatives, I did think that J.O. Sanders was a little shortchanged as the dad Rogers, but talk about doing a lot with a little part. Like, every scene that he's in, he makes immediately better. I just wish he got more to do in the film. Somebody asked me on Twitter if I think this film might get some awards buzz. I gotta say, that's a no. I just don't think it's gonna grab enough people's attention, even though Julianne Moore is great in it. But yeah, I don't even see this film being in discussion at the Oscars. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch it again? Probably not. I'm not saying I didn't like the film, I just don't think I would ever need to watch it again. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? I recommend When You Finish Saving the World to fans of Julianne Moore or Finn Wolfhard. They both deliver fantastic performances here. As far as coming of age stories go, like, it's not reinventing the wheel or anything, but I did think it was sturdily executed by Eisenberg. Like I said, it's not going to blow you away. But yeah, if you're curious about Eisenberg as a director, I'd say check it out. And third question, what score do I give it out of 10? I'm gonna give When You Finish Saving the World a score of 5 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I would love to hear your thoughts on When You Finish Saving the World. Have you seen this film? What did you make of it? Whatever you have to say, let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, help me out by hitting that thumbs up button. If you want more Cannes Film Festival coverage, don't forget to click subscribe. And if you want to stay up to date with all my reactions from the Cannes Film Festival, be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those links in that video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.